we need to talk about one of the most hopeful aspects of aging neuroscience, and that's cognitive reserve. This is essentially your brain's resilience, its ability to maintain function even in the face of age-related changes or pathology. What we've learned is that two people can have the same amount of brain pathology, the same plaques and tangles, but one maintains excellent cognitive function while the other experiences significant decline. The difference? Cognitive reserve. And the really exciting part is that you can build this reserve throughout your entire life. The foundation of cognitive reserve is neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections, to rewire itself, to adapt. For a long time, we thought this capacity was lost in adulthood, that your brain was essentially fixed after early development. We now know that's completely wrong. Your brain maintains plastic potential throughout life, but you have to actively use it. Neuroplasticity isn't something that just happens. It requires specific conditions: novelty, challenge, engagement, and repetition. Here's where most people get this wrong. They think doing crossword puzzles or Sudoku is building cognitive reserve. And look, these aren't harmful, but they're not sufficient. Once you get good at crossword puzzles, you're no longer challenging your brain in the way that drives neuroplasticity. What you need is genuine novelty, activities that force your brain to create entirely new neural pathways. Learning a new language is the gold standard here. It engages multiple brain systems simultaneously: memory, pattern recognition, auditory processing, motor control for speech production. The research on bilingualism and cognitive reserve is compelling. People who speak multiple languages show delayed onset of dementia symptoms by several years compared to monolinguals, even when they have the same underlying brain pathology. Musical training is another powerful intervention, and it's never too late to start. Learning an instrument engages motor skills, auditory processing, memory, and emotional systems all at once. Novel motor skill development more broadly, learning to juggle, taking up dance, practicing Tai Chi, these create new neural connections and strengthen existing ones. But here's something crucial that often gets overlooked. You need to combine cognitive challenge with physical activity. The combination is synergistic. Physical exercise increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is essentially fertilizer for neurons. It promotes the growth of new brain cells in the hippocampus and strengthens synaptic connections. When you combine this with cognitive challenge, you're creating the optimal environment for neuroplasticity. Socially engaging activities are also critical. Social isolation is one of the strongest predictors of cognitive decline, while rich social engagement builds cognitive reserve. This makes sense when you think about it. Social interaction is cognitively demanding. You're reading facial expressions, processing language, tracking multiple conversations, inferring intentions, and regulating your own behavior in real time. On the nutritional front, omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, are structural components of brain cell membranes and support neuroplasticity. Flavonoids from berries and cocoa improve blood flow to the brain and have direct effects on neuroplasticity. There's also interesting research on lion's mane mushroom stimulating nerve growth factor production. The critical warning here is about what inhibits neuroplasticity. Chronic stress is devastating to the brain. It literally shrinks the hippocampus over time. Poor sleep prevents memory consolidation and clears out the metabolic waste that accumulates during waking hours. Sedentary behavior reduces BDNF production. These aren't just neutral factors, they're actively working against your efforts to build cognitive reserve. The protocol here isn't complicated, but it requires consistency. You need to be learning genuinely new things throughout life, not just getting better at things you already know. Challenge yourself regularly. Stay physically active. Maintain rich social connections. Support your brain nutritionally. And protect your neuroplasticity by managing stress and prioritizing sleep.